I swear to you, I don't know why I'm like this. For most of my life, I thought I'm not a jealous person. Like, no, I think everyone should do their best, and I appreciate all of the values and the talents that other people have, and it's okay if they're better at this than I am, or if this happens to them and not me. But I tell you what, gardening for some reason like makes me a little weird because I have all the seeds, I think. And then I find about these new ones that I don't have. I am selling heirloom tomatoes, not because I'm trying to make money. If I made my money back in perlite alone, I would be forever grateful. But that's not going to happen. I know that. So I have all of these different varieties started, knowing full well that I do not have anywhere near the room to accommodate this many tomatoes. But does that stop me? No. Worse than that, I get onto Facebook Marketplace and I look, and there's this woman who has all of these other varieties listed for sale. Keep in mind, I only listed one variety for sale because I had so many. I'm like, oh God, it's overwhelming. But when I saw that she had all of these varieties out there, I was like, oh, I got time. Like, there's still time to start a whole nother round of tomatoes. And I did. I've got Siberian Golden King. I've got Korean Long. I've got Abu Rawan, which is a tomato from Iraq. I have Thorngold's Lemon Blush, Pink Boar, Purple Rain, mushroom basket that I saved from seed from my own tomatoes like 5 years ago, which had excellent germination. Thank you very much. I have, oh my gosh, so many. And I'm not like this in other areas of my life, like in almost all the other places in my life that I can think of. I don't go crazy like I do with gardening, but I have 3 different kinds of cucumbers planted. I have 4 different kinds of beans. I have blackberries, blueberries, 2 kinds of blueberries, a huge grapevine. Like, I live on less than a third of an acre. Technically, my lot says it's over a third, but the road in front of my house ate up a good chunk. So, and I can't garden at all in the background. On the back. Well, you know, the pointy end of the triangle that's back there. So, I don't know. Like, but I love it. I love trimming the things, changing the shape of the yard, deciding where I'm going to have color, what kinds of color, if I'm going to have symmetry or asymmetry or curvy lines. You know, do I want to keep a view open from the porch? Do I want to close it down? And you can do all of these things with plants. And T-posts are, I don't know what they cost these days, and likely way more than they did when I bought them, but you really can change the shape of your lawn, like in this weird sculpting kind of way. And to me, it's amazing. And even when you need hard things to do, and by hard, I don't mean difficult, I'm talking about like hardscape, you know? So the T-posts, the cattle panels that are gonna hold the vines or the squash or the this or the that. And it's amazing, you know, what you can do. Because I look back at, and still, again, it looks crazy, right? You know, it's not perfect at all. But it used to just be, when I first moved in, even the grass was not uniform. I mean, there were big, round circles of bare, dusty earth because, you know, what I purchased, the reason that I was so instantly drawn to this house is because the amazing azaleas were blooming when they put it on the market. And that's what pulled me in. And since then, you know, I've planted trees, bushes, a gazillion plants, revitalized the milkweed, which my neighbor did. She was like, look, I think you really like the butterflies, so this milkweed that I've been cutting down every year, I'm going to stop doing it for you. And she did, for like a chunk of time, which gave me plenty of time to get whatever seeds and plants I wanted in my yard. And now she can return her bed back to the flowers that it was doing before. But and it's so therapeutic and fun. I mean, there's color, there's exercise, there's beautiful smells, there are gross smells sometimes. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you learn so much. You learn how the water moves through your lawn, because you don't really know that until you start watering your yard over here, and then all of a sudden you see a puddle in the middle of your driveway, which is weird, because it's like a 15-foot, 20-foot difference. But yards are crazy, do you have, where's your water line? Do you have more loamy soil over here and sandy over here, or is it clay here? Because it is not the same. And then you see how the bugs cycle through, and what birds get attracted to your yard, and who's coming in to eat the dead animals like the vultures, and so many squirrels and chipmunks and deer in the backyard, and all of the critters. One thing I'm grateful for is the new neighbors who have dogs, and I think the dogs do a good job of, the duck just went over, of keeping the deer away, which is fantastic, because some of the daylilies that I have never been this big. They're going to be amazing. So yeah, and I'll give you a quick look, like sort of from where I'm standing.